Welcome to Dr. Kush's Exotic Drinks. I'm, of course, Dr. Kush, along with my barback Kyle. I'm not a real doctor, but I did spend almost 2 decades running some of LA's best bars. After years of teaching classes and training bartenders, I want to demystify the cocktail world for you. Let's try a few new things as I open up my bar to everybody. Belly up, chat, and let's have a drink. All right, everybody, welcome to Dr. Kush's Exotic Drinks. I am Dr. Kush. We're just going to do something real quick. We're just going to see if we can't get this Instagram working. I doubt it. But in the meanwhile, talk amongst yourselves. Let's go live. Let's take this. Just give me 1 second. Should have had this going, but I did not. Let's just put this here. Do a little paste, audience, public, and next. You know what? It's not going to work. Copy. And here we go. See if this works real quick. And then if not, we are getting right back to the show. This is not how we want to start shows ever. And yet, here we are. Paste this. Save. And that should be it. My goodness. If not, who cares? Those Instagram people can take a flying walk off of the long pier or whatever they're up to. Okay, either way. We did it. We're going to start right here. Welcome, everybody, to Dr. Kush's Exotic Drinks. I, myself, and Dr. Kush, we are here today because you requested a drink. Not all of you, of course. Lanterns. Not all of you, of course. It was mostly Dougie G, who was in the place to be, turned out. But one of you did request that we punchify a drink. We are going to be doing that today. We are making a drink that is called the Port Light. Port Light is a pretty famous tiki cocktail. A lot of people think maybe Donn created it, maybe Vic created it. No. In fact, it was Sandro Conti created this one coming out of the Midwest. Love a Midwest tiki king. But unfortunately, if you had a full-on Port Light before, listen, some people love them. Some people think they're just sort of mediocre. I am right there in the middle. I think that they're a little better than mediocre, but not quite as good as it needs to be. So why don't we take this cocktail, take everything we've learned this entire summer, and punch it up? I was looking up moments before the show. Some of you that joined the VIP room early probably saw me, tootling around on my phone. I was looking to see where the term "punch up" comes from, like when you're punching something up. What exactly did it come from? Does it come from punch? Best guess, I think it probably comes from the term punchline, putting more punchlines into things. But it doesn't matter. We are punching this thing up. We had a few technical difficulties. The lights were flickering for a moment back here. So I didn't catch everybody's early on messages, but we're going to start here. Let me say hello over here to our good friend Tiki Tom. What is everybody drinking tonight? It's a good question. What are you all drinking tonight? Look deep within your soul to find the answer to what you are drinking tonight. I saw that Amy Beer drinking wine. It's a crazy world. If we can get Amy Beer drinking wine, we can get everybody together. They can all come under the umbrella of Dr. Kush's Exotic Drinks and drink whatever the heck they want. Whatever you guys are drinking, I'd love to hear about it. Let me say hello to Cocktail Lulu. Cocktail Lulu is here on a Wednesday. She is unable to be here on Tuesdays because I believe those are her hula nights. Now, if that's not the most tiki reason to miss a tiki class, I don't know what is. Heading out to hula night. Moose apparently is at a party. Did not see that. What a crowd already, says DCW Clark, winner of the 2023 Kentucky Derby. Love to see a crowd. Here is Kyle asking for it. Does that sound doubled up to you guys? Sounds doubled up to me. Bonbon's going to scoot over so that DCW Clark can have a seat. That's great. Love that. Let's see who else we got in here. I think Shawnee Pandabaker is here. These people are saying hello to him, but I don't have any messages from him because I didn't start early enough. Winners of the 2024 Kentucky Derby. The winners of the 2024 Kentucky Derby, and also apiarists in their own right. The husbands. Both of them are here. David Virtue, our newest local and also the 2000th subscriber to Dr. Kush's Exotic Drinks. We are up to Like I said, this is an unstoppable media force that we are on right now. We are up to 2,062 subscribers. Whew. You ever even heard of 2,062 people? I bet none of you right now can name 2,062 people. Start right now. We'll get back to it later. Davey is ready for a bourbon cocktail. We love a bourbon cocktail, absolutely. Kim K is here. Good to see you, Kim K. Good, good, good. Kyle, let me know that I am lanternless. We are good to go. Bon Bon, did I ever say hi to Bon Bon? Hello, Bon Bon. Hi, Bon Bon. Good to see you, Bon Bon. Jeremy Foote is here. Bon Bon sent me some amazing tiki mugs this week, which has now forced me into a make or break point with tiki mugs. I've now had to make a decision on what I'm doing with my overflow tiki mugs. I believe that they are going to be put up in the bar. That's what we're thinking. But it wasn't until I got those last two tiki mugs that something had to be done. The term punch up was first used. Okay, thank goodness. Tiki Tom is ready. The term punch up was first used in 1958 by Frank Norman as a noun. It is an English compound word that can be used as a noun or verb. As a noun, it can mean fight, brawl, or violent argument. I don't think that's what we mean. I mean, we could fight this drink. You know what? Let's fight this drink. For example, the conflict is much bigger than just a punch up between a gang of New York bibliophile. Oh my goodness. I don't think that's what punching up that when I was a writer, we know I was a writer in Hollywood for a very, very short minute. We said punch up. We would give it to one of our other writer friends, and they would say, "Oh, you got to make this thing isn't good enough. We need to like make it high. We need to raise the stakes." Basically, we had a term we would say, and this is I don't know how maybe trigger warning. We should say we would say you have to kill your babies. You have to kill your babies. If you're punching up a script, you often have to kill your babies because you get so in love with an idea that you have put into a script that it becomes your baby. I have thought so much, like this is one of my little brain babies, and I love it so much. And now suddenly some jerk is coming through and telling me, you got to cut that thing out. You might as well just steal my baby. You might as well just literally steal my baby. So in order to be better at writing and better at punching up things, you have to learn to, we would actually say, not kill your babies. We would say throw your babies off the building, which is needlessly graphic. Needlessly graphic. It's a weird show already. We started off in a weird show, and I think it'll only get better from here. Sandro Conti. All right, Sandro Conti, another one of the great Tiki boys. He is he definitely put his name all over the Tiki pantheon. Created a number of great drinks. Well, one of the ones that he did create is this one. This one that is called the Port Light. The reason it's called the Port Light is apparently now I know nothing about boats. Where's Doug? Is Doug even here? Doug is not even here. Lulu is here. Doug is not here. I imagine Lulu knows a little bit about boats. I imagine some of you also know a little bit about boats. The port side of a ship, this is what I think, maybe has red lights. And the starboard side of a drink maybe has green lights. I will wait for the internet to tell me if that is right or wrong. Anyway, this is a red drink. This drink, if you make it correctly, should normally come out red. But we're making it a slight different way today because the original way that the Port Light was created, oh, thank you. The internet, specifically Lulu on the internet, says that I'm correct. Perfect. The way that this drink was originally created, 1.5 ounces of bourbon, 1 ounce of lemon juice, half an ounce of passion fruit syrup, and a 1/4 ounce of grenadine. Just looking at it, it sounds unbalanced. That seems like an awful lot of lemon juice. No? Seems like an awful lot of lemon juice? Well, if only there was a rhyming recipe that we could remember at all times and thus learn how to take cocktails that are a little unbalanced and balance them back up. If only there was one of those things. If only there was a one of sour, two of sweet, three of strong, four of weak, and a little spice to make it all nice. That's what we are dealing with today. We have adjusted, we have taken the basic bare bones of a cocktail that is too sour, and we are going to make it less sour. That's what we're doing. So let's get into it. This is a port light, but we are now going to make it our own, and we're calling this a port light punch. A port light punch. There is a guy. His name is Victor Bergeron. I should learn his middle name. Can anybody just, can anybody real quick look up what Victor Bergeron's middle name is? I should know that. He knows, I'm sure he knows my middle name. My middle name, of course, Mitchell. Should I have said that on the internet? It doesn't matter. Victor Bergeron put a cocktail that was called the Port Light Highball into one of his books. It's not the same drink. He liked the name, a Port Light. He just put it as a highball. Anyway, we reach the end of what I know about Victor Bergeron. Oh, Jules. His name is Jules. David Virtue wants to know what's the last of my social security number. I don't know. You will have to ask my producer. Jen, can you, would you mind telling David Virtue the last four of my social security number? I don't really know it. Okay. We are going to be blending this one, but in our drink master, and we are going to be following the rules of the Planter's Punch and the entire summer of Punch. And thus, we are going to start over here. Oh, let's start it with the spinning. There we go. We're going to start over here with our good friend, the lemon. The noble lemon. Lemons, when we chop a lemon, first of all, we want to start here with the nublin. We want to slice a nublin off. Goodbye, nublin. And then we're going to slice this in half. Ooh, baby. I will warn everybody that gets frustrated by non-juicy lemons. This lemon did come in a bag. Last time I bought lemons in a bag, it didn't do anything good. This time, let's hope. The original recipe for the port light calls for 1 full ounce of lemon juice. That's bonkers. That's insanity with how little sweet we put in afterwards. So instead, we're going to start with 3/4 of an ounce of some lemon juice. Oh, look at that juicy lemon. Oh, baby. What thing should we do? Let's give it a kiss. Oh, my gosh. Look at that. Half a lemon gave me exactly 3/4 of an ounce of lemon juice. This, it's like heaven. This is what my heaven would look like. Each half of a lemon gives me lemon juice in 3/4 of an ounce. Go ahead and put in 3/4 of an ounce of some lemon juice. Looking good. Thank you. Let me just say real quick to Testimony IF. He has an offer for me over on a Kick. He calls me homie. I don't think we'll be using that. Thank you, Timothy. What was your name? Testify? Testimony. I appreciate you, but I don't will be using that. Okay. Lemon juice, 3/4 of an ounce. So if we have 3/4 of an ounce of this, hey, what if we did double that amount in sweetener? Let's do that. We're going to start over here. Now, you know what? Let's start over here. We're going to start over here. This is grenadine. Grenadine is in the original recipe. It is in there at 1/4 ounce. Screw that. Bump it up. We're going to do 1/2 ounce of some grenadine. The grenadine is in here for 2 reasons, 2 great reasons. 1, it gives it a nice red color. 2, it gives it a little bit of spice, because if we were just doing pomegranate syrup, that's pomegranate juice and sugar. That's pomegranate syrup. We're doing grenadine. Grenadine also has things like orange flower water. It has things like rose water. That's what we're looking for in here. That is going to be our little spice to make it all nice. We're going to be putting a little spice in here later as well, but grenadine works very well as a spice. We need 1/2 ounce of some grenadine. Give me a second. Lemons and I are fighting right now. Why are lemons? Well, I'll tell the story. Should I tell the story? They didn't threaten the oranges. That's insane. The lemons aren't growing right now. And so Kyle decided that they needed a haircut. He thought maybe a little haircut for the, lemon tree would help. It didn't. Did they look threatening after the haircut? When I say haircut, he cut the lemon tree's hair into a mohawk. Did it look threatening? It did. It did look a little threatening. I think that's what Kyle's talking about. Next thing we need right here. What's going on back there? You good? That light's been giving me nothing. Okay, this right here is some honey. We are using honey in conjunction with another bit of ingredient here. We're going to be using this chinola, which certainly has some sweetness. There is certainly no doubt about it. There is some sweetness in this chinola, but it is also a little bit of sour. So we're going to be bumping up some of the sweetness of the chinola right there with a bit of this guy, the honey. All right. If you are going to be using the Rich Whiffin approved Passoa, you do not need to also add honey. All you need to do is add 1 full ounce of Passoa. Also, you will get your bright red color. What a great drink to use this on. However, I want to do it this way. So we are going to be using some chinola or passion fruit puree and some runny honey 2-to-1 in order to give us that other half, the other 2/3 of our sweetness. So go ahead and put in conjunction with each other so that they are helping each other out. We need 1/2 ounce of some passion fruit puree or some real passion fruit liqueur. And also, there it is. Boop. Looked cooler than it was. We need to take some honey. This is just runny old honey. It is easy peasy runny honey. We need 1/2 ounce of 2-to-1 runny honey. What we have currently is 1 of sour and 2 of sweet. Plus, we have a little spice that's making this whole thing nice. So we are in a good spot right now as far as cocktails go. Give me 1 second. Oh, we're going to go live then. Fine. We're going to go live at an odd place at an odd time over on Instagram. It doesn't matter. Okay. We have 1 of sour. That's 3/4 ounce of lemon juice. We have 2 of sweet. That is 1 ounce and 1/2 of different sweeteners. 3 different 1/2 ounces of sweeteners. Grenadine, honey, and passion fruit. But we wanted sort of a spicier passion fruit, like a more sour passion fruit. If you're going to be using the Passoa, do a full ounce of that and skip the honey. Next thing we need is going to be our bourbon or our rye. Now, I feel like I just got to get rid of a bottle or 2 of whiskey down here, but they're all like on their way to being done. This right here was a gift from my very good friend Paul. Paul, is Paul here? I don't think so. I hope he's okay. Probably should give him a call. I should call Paul. Right here, this is Jim Beam 7-year. We are going to be putting in some bourbon into this. Now, if instead you prefer a less sweet cocktail, obviously there's lots you could have done before this. You could have done everything in quarters, done equal parts lemon and the 3 sweeteners. That isn't the case, though. We all find ourselves sometimes up a road that we did not mean to be at. Today, I find myself exactly where I want to be at, and thus, we're going to continue down our sweet journey. This is bourbon, made mostly of corn. At least 51% of it is corn. At least 51% of the mash bill is corn. It's going to have some sweetness. We love some sweetness. You can put up to, if we are to believe the way that this punch recipe works, you can put up to 3 ounces of bourbon into this cocktail. You can do it. Do it. Go ahead. I dare you. Go. Go. Put it in. Do it. Wait, chicken? Chicken? Buck, 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 buck. That is not what I'll be doing because I, myself, chicken. I'm a chicken. We need 2 ounces of some bourbon, but you can put up to 3 ounces. It's interesting. We'll talk about this at the very end. My grandfather just turned 97 last week, and he died yesterday. My grandfather died yesterday. My grandpa Dale. Love you, Dale. He was a real man's man. It's interesting that, though, today we decided that we were going to do a whole whiskey cocktail. We don't do a lot of whiskey cocktails today, but we planned it yesterday. And what's so funny is he actually he died yesterday at 6:28. He died at 6:28, which was right about when we were suggesting that we should do a bourbon cocktail on the show. So I think maybe he was waiting for us to do a bourbon cocktail, and he's like, "I'm out. Peace. We've done it. I finally got that grandson of mine. I'm his second oldest grandson. I finally got that second oldest grandson of mine to do some of this bourbon. No more of this rum. He wasn't a rum fan, I don't think. Anyway, we'll talk about Dale here in a minute, but it's just very interesting. He loves bourbon. He does love bourbon. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and put in a bunch of crushed ice. A bunch of crushed ice in here. We're going to put in enough crushed ice that we are going to get our full allotment of. Thank you. First of all, thank you, everybody. I see everybody saying sorry. I see everybody saying these sorries. It is. Thank you. I appreciate it. We'll do a little toast to him at the end. He was a good man, and I'll tell you all about him real quickly at the end. Thank you, everybody. I didn't mean to bring him up in the middle, but it's just so interesting that we were doing a whole situation today. Yeah, it sucks. You know, Amy Beer, it sucks. This was my last grandparent to lose. I have a step grandmother who is very much alive, but she'll never die. So that's good to know. Was Dale our bolo tie guy? Yes, he was the bolo tie guy. That was Dale. Dale was our bolo tie guy. Passed away at the ripe old age of 97 yesterday during my show. Right about when we should go back and look at what the timestamp of when Doug suggested that we should do a bourbon cocktail on here, because that boy, that man, he loved his bourbon. What he really liked was scotch. Okay, we got this in here. Go ahead and throw this into your drink master right here, and let's bring in drink master cam. We use this camera a lot less recently because we have so many other cameras going, but I do think it's still important that we get this camera going. We have our drink master cam ready to go. We have our, that's not a great shot of this. That's a better shot. That's okay. Let's do it here. Okay, we'll go between these two. This is our drink master. We're going to flash blend this for about 5 seconds. He has it has a bunch of crushed ice in here. We're not crushing the ice. We're just moving that ice around. Here we go. Ready? Perfect. I did say 5 seconds. I went too long, but that's okay. There is that. Oh, I lost it. Put this off to the side. All right, we now have our very frosty drink. We're going to go ahead and dump this into, we're going to put a little bit more ice in here. Just a touch more ice right in through here. And then let's just crushy ice, pour this in. We're going to hold some of this back. And there we go. Easy, very, very simple to take a normal cocktail that you read and quickly flip it into a punch. Incredibly simple to do. All we had to do was decrease the sour in this one, increase the sweet. Now, the danger that you come into when you're increasing the sweet is, of course, how sweet is too sweet and what are you sweetening with? If you are deciding to put in a sweetener, something like Benedictine, at an ounce and a half of Benedictine, that is going to absolutely destroy your cocktail, which is why we split our sweetener into three different things. If we just put in grenadine, it's going to be basically just a grenadine cocktail. If we just put in our chinola, our passion fruit, it's going to be basically just a passion fruit situation. If we just put in honey, basically just honey. But we found a way to put in all three, but in the proportion, but I realized I was saying but a lot. We put it in the proportion that we wanted it to be in, and thus we have a cocktail that is not just a sour, but is in its full punch era. Not a normal, let's go to this one. Not a normal ingredient in this cocktail, but I do think that having just a little bit of Angostura bitters has never hurt anybody. We want a little bit of spice to make it all nice, so we're just going to give this a little spice topper. There we go. Let's bring in topper cam. That's topper cam right there. We can see all that topping we got there. That's good news. That's what we're looking for. We're going to go ahead and grab a straw. See if we can't shove the straw all the way down there. Perfect. No garnish. No garnish. Because the garnish should be on this cocktail, it should be the glass. There is a very famous glass that these come in. And for the past 10 to 12 years, I have been desperately seeking this glass out. It is made of glass. I'm going to describe it to you. It is made of glass. It is somewhat bulbous. It kind of goes like this. It sort of fans out. It has like ridges that go all the way across. So it's like if you ran your hands across, it would go that kind of thing. That kind of thing. And then all the way down here, it has gold, but it's made of glass, and it's called. Get ready for this. You might want to write this down. It's called a port light glass. I've been looking for one for many years, and I will offer this to you. If you find me a port light glass that is glass, I will do a free cocktail class for you and as many friends as you want. I don't you got 200 friends? Do you know 2,062 people? I will do it for that many people. Turns out I know 2,062 people. I have 2,062 subscribers. Technically, maybe it's not the same. But if you know 2,006, we will do it to up to 2,062 people. If you could find me that glass, I would love that glass. I've been looking for it for many years. Thank you. Kim K has accepted the challenge. Thank you. 70 husband has said, we spent a week, let me just read this. We spent a week celebrating our 25th anniversary in the Kentucky Bourbon Trail and somehow didn't get to it all. Of all the distilleries, definitely to all of the distilleries. Definitely need to go back. We love it. Yeah, listen to Bert. Listen, come on. Gorgeous. Well done. Well done, the husbands. You two clearly married correctly. That doesn't sound exciting to everybody, but the people that sounds exciting to, that's perfect. Love to hear of love stories. I love love. Speaking of loving love, this is a cocktail called the Port Light. It is a bourbon tiki cocktail, but we have changed it. We have made it the Tiki Port Light Punch. Let's see how we did. It's perfect. The problem that I always ever had with the Port Light is it's just a little bit too sour. As I get older, and I unfortunately am doing, I guess fortunately, I'm progressing with the rest of time. I'm not getting older faster than other people. I'm getting older at the normal pace of time moving. I have found that if I drink too much sour in a sitting or over the course of a day, I get heartburn. The port light always gave me a little bit of heartburn. That's just a little bit. This one, not a chance. Not a chance. Let's get to one more time. Floater cam. Oh, floater cam. Should we do is it down here?
It's a floater.
It's a floater. We got it's a floater cam. This one, much easier. A breeze of a drink. Definitely find a find a bourbon that you like, or if you don't want your drink to be so gosh darn sweet, the best thing you can do is find a rye, and you'll be good. Let me just say hello to anybody. Okay. Oh, look at this. We have, and I want to say thanks to all of you. We have 4 people watching over on Instagram. Oh my gosh. Wait, what's the record? Is that the record? That might be the record. That might be the record for most people that have ever watched an Instagram live show. Should we call Guinness real quick? Either way, thank you all for watching over there. We really appreciate it. We now have 2, but you can't keep up those numbers for forever. We had 4. That's might be the most. Thank yous. You're welcome, Bootopia. Yo, floater. It was a floater.
It's a floater.
It's a floater. Okay. Glass port lights, not ceramic. So watch that one. Yes. Thank you, Bon. Thank you, Bon. We are looking for glass port lights, not ceramic ones. They do make ceramic ones. Not interested. Let me just say this real quick. I would be equally interested in clear plastic. For that one, you can only invite 1,000 of your friends, though. So now we have it. That's what we got, guys. We are not here. Normally, we do classes. We know the routine. We are here Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Unfortunately, I have been called out of town. I've been called out of town this Thursday. So we did our class today, but we will be back here on Saturday, obviously. Saturday, listen, Saturday is going to be a big old tiki bash. We are going to take 3 of the best known tiki cocktails, and we are going to make them. If they are already punches, we're going to make them regularly. If they aren't punches already, we're going to make them into punches. We're going to punchify stuff. We are going to figure out if this punch recipe, 1 of sour, 2 of sweet, 3 of strong, 4 of weak, no spice, make it all nice, will work in every single tiki cocktail. I have a theory that it will, and with that theory, know that I am teaching a seminar at the Tiki Oasis, August 4th. If you're in San Diego, I don't know if there's tickets left, but there might be tickets left. Check. Go to tikioasis.com and search the punch, the 1,000 cocktail trick, something like that. Secret, maybe. That's my class. Come take it. That is what I got for you guys tonight. We have done it. Bon, very excited. I'm also very excited. I will also give that a whoop whoop and maybe a...
To alcohol, the cause of and solution to all of life's problems.
That is what I got for you guys tonight. We will be back here on Saturday. Please join me here 6 p.m. on Saturday. Oh, real quick, if you guys wouldn't mind, can we just do a cheers to my grandfather? I think I have some scotch back here. He was a Scotch man. Drank a lot of scotch. Oh, I do have some scotch. He was a Scotch man, and he passed away at the age of 97 yesterday during my show. Thanks a lot. He passed away, so I just want to give him a quick little send-off. He would have loved to see that anybody was watching this show. He was a man that proves that you can absolutely drink up until 97 and then just sort of pass away peacefully, surrounded by your family. So we like to hear that. We're gonna pour. We're gonna pour in a little Bladnoch. A Bladnoch, for those of you who don't know, is it's a Scotch, and it's made in Scotland. It's brilliant how that does, but it's actually made in the lowlands of Scotland. So there are not a lot of lowland scotches. And what just happened there? Terrifying. Thanks, Grandpa. Knocking all my stuff over. Well, everything's fine for right now. Anyway, it's it's the lowest Scotch producing region in the world. Let's do this. To my grandpa, do not carve upon stone or wood. He was honest, or he was good. Instead, write in smoke on a passing breeze 7 words. And the words are these that say all that a volume could. He loved, he laughed, and he understood. Cheers to Grandpa Dale. That was better than the stuff he drank. He drank really cheap scotch. Gotta love him, though. I wish I could have gotten a hold of him. Got him to drink some better stuff. That is what I got for... Oh. What? Did this just die? Oh, no. Oh, there it is. I thought my mouse died, and then I have to end this thing manually. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you to the 5 people. We have 5 people watching on Instagram. That has to be a record. I've never seen 5 people tune into a live thing ever on Instagram. So clearly, we are the champions. That's mostly up to you guys. We will be in Guinness Book of World Records very soon. But until then, let me say, please watch these credits. If you want to help out the show, a couple ways you can do it. Obviously, I have Patreon, I have a Venmo, I have a PayPal. But the most important thing you can do is tell your friends all about Dr. Kush's Exotic Drinks. Get them to show up, because this place is only great because of the community that we have built around this very, very silly bar. Thank you very much for showing up. And I will see you guys back here on Saturday. 1 second. Amy Beer's grandpa drank vodka because people won't know he's drinking. My grandpa drank scotch because he liked to yell scotch. Love that. Okay, I will see you guys on Saturday. As always, what do we always say when we leave each other's presence? We look each other deep in the eye, really deep, right past the color part of the eye into that little black part in the middle, and we look each other in the eye and we say,
"Are you Dr. Jinga Janga?"
Because we still haven't found Dr. Jinga Janga. Right after that, we say,
"Bye, bye,
bye, bye."
Okay. Why did you take a picture of the last sucker? Elmo's not going to drink that piss.
Give me your biggest, strongest, cheapest drink.
Okay. Burn okay. Why did you take a picture of the last sucker?
Did you wire me a bus ticket? I'll pay you back, honest.
I'm having a party, and you're in